What if I told you that your weirdest habits, your deepest fears, and even your most secret dreams aren't actually yours? Sounds like a movie plot, right? But stick with me. Take a good look at yourself. Honestly, why do you sabotage your own success at the last minute? You're literally one step away from the goal, and you mess it up. Why are you drawing to people who, well, let's just say, don't make you happier again and again? Have you ever, in complete silence, asked yourself, what the hell am I doing? We're used to thinking that we are the captains of our own ship, the result of our choices, our thoughts, our experiences. But what if that's only half the truth? What if there's an echo constantly playing inside us, an echo of someone else's pain, someone else's fears, someone else's experience, an emotional echo that we've inherited? Now, no, this isn't mysticism or new age stuff. It's a phenomenon that scientists a bit boringly call intergenerational trauma. Simply put, imagine ghosts of the past living in your head. Only they don't rattle chains, they make you eat that extra piece of cake. Here's a simple example. Let's say your great-grandmother lived through very hard, hungry times. She survived because she valued every single crumb. Years later, she looks at her beloved granddaughter and says with love, "Eat up, sweetie. Finish everything on your plate. You can't waste food." She says it out of immense love. But what does the child actually hear? My own hunger doesn't matter. My feeling of fullness is a mistake. What matters is a clean plate. Years go by, and this girl, now a grown woman, has a complicated relationship with food. She doesn't trust her body, she fights it, she diets, she binges, and she has no idea where this problem is coming from. But it's coming from her grandmother's hungry past. And that, my friends, is just the tip of the iceberg. Let's dive deeper. As kids, we look at our parents like they're all-powerful gods. They teach us everything: how to walk, how to talk, and most importantly, how to feel. Their reaction to stress is our first emotional map, a template for how we'll live our lives. If a dad reacted to every problem with anger and shouting, you likely have two paths. Either you also snap at your loved ones, or you're terrified of any conflict down to your knees shaking. If a mom met difficulties with icy, resentful silence, you might have learned emotions are dangerous. They need to be hidden deep, deep down. And so you live with this map, using it every day without even realizing you're not the one who drew it. Let's meet a hypothetical Mark. A brilliant programmer, finishes projects ahead of schedule, but he's completely miserable. Every achievement feels like nothing, not good enough. He's terrified of making mistakes, checks his code 100 times, can't sleep at night before a deadline. Why? His father was very strict in his childhood. Not mean, no, just stingy with praise. Any mistake Mark made was met with a heavy, disappointed sigh. And now, 20 years later, this grown, successful Mark is still desperately, like a little boy, trying to earn that approval. Success for him isn't joy, it's just a short break before the next race to prove he's worth something. But there are even scarier things. What's scarier is what the family keeps silent about. The silence that screams. Every family has its skeletons in the closet. A grandfather who went bankrupt, an aunt who got mixed up with the wrong crowd. A secret, shrouded in darkness. Adults think that if they don't talk about it, the problem doesn't exist. But kids, they're like seismographs. They feel the lie. They see the unexplainable sadness in their mother's eyes when she looks at an old photo. They feel their father tense up when money is mentioned. They don't know the reason, but they absorb the emotion itself. Anxiety, worry, a deep, sticky feeling that the world is a dangerous place where everything could collapse at any moment. Sounds creepily convincing, right? Seems like this is it, the root of all our problems. But here's the weird part. Isn't this all a bit too convenient? Maybe it's just a nice theory, a perfect way to say, hey guys, it's not me, it's all my neurotic ancestors. Let's be real. The idea that we're not fully responsible for our own lives is damn tempting. Some experts, like apologists, say, hey, hold on, you're oversimplifying. They remind us, what about genetics, personal choice, our friends, books, movies, our first love? And they're right. We are not just our family's past. We are a crazy, complex cocktail of hundreds, thousands of ingredients. And this is where it gets really interesting. Acknowledging that the past affects us is not a sentence. It doesn't mean you're doomed to walk in circles forever. Quite the opposite. Understanding these invisible strings is the first step to untangling them. It's like getting a treasure map where X marks not gold, but your freedom, the freedom of choice. So, are your habits and fears yours or not? Maybe they weren't yours to begin with. But now that you know about this emotional echo, you have a choice. To keep listening to that old scratch record on repeat, or to finally start writing your own music. What do you think you'll choose?